Hello, you guys. This is a channeling for the Divine Feminine from the Divine Masculine. It's pretty short and sweet. The first thing you should know, well, it's from the Divine Masculine, but it's from Spirit also. Spirit wants you to know that they are working with you, they are working for you. So whatever you think about, you can have. Whatever you want, you can have in this season. Just make sure that it's in alignment with your truth and your heart. So I went to the grocery store. Before I went, I was like, I want to ride in one of those baskets because I wasn't feeling good. And I didn't know how long I was going to be in there. So I didn't want to walk around and just be so tired, you know. So I just decided, I had a slight headache, and I just was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk this one out. So I just said, I'm going to take care of myself and just make sure I get in the buggy because I don't want to force myself to just walk, but I did need to go to the grocery store to pick up some items. So when I thought about it, as soon as I got to the door, it was this basket right there. It's not a basket, but you know the things you ride in, the motor scooters, I don't even know, the motor scooter. I don't know what they call it. Forgive me. But whatever it was right there. And I saw this guy that worked there, and I'm like, is it charged? And I had to sit on it, and it was charged. It was ready to go. I was like, oh my goodness, this is what I wanted. I mean, simple stuff like that. It's like this. It's like Spirit is giving you access to what you want, letting you know. They're giving you clues and hints to let you know that they're on your side. But the message from the masculine was, as I was riding in the scooter, I started, thinking like, what if, maybe you're thinking that they are there with you, or what if they were there with you? And I started thinking about, those different females in the store. So I was like, okay, I guess that's, if you've been wondering what your masculine type is, or if he has been telling you things, or if you know the different females he has spoken to who are opposite from you, maybe they think differently, maybe they look differently, maybe they dress differently, maybe they are a different size than you, and you are wondering, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, that would be, because I do that sometimes because I'm allowing myself to be free and heal and not feel insecure or judge myself or feel like that's something that's going to allow me to feel bad about who I am. And it's like loving my own beauty and not worrying about what his definition of beauty is. So you can't think, even if you think you know, because ultimately you don't know. That may be just something he said, or maybe something he just did in his lifetime, talking to different people, because we as women, we talk to different guys too. Like, we have a type, of course, but then when it comes to our heart, like, there is no type. It's open, it's fluid for everybody. So that's the same way he is. It's open, fluid. So if you've been thinking that because of this difference from that girl, then you should stop that. It's almost like comparing. Don't compare yourself to any other woman that he's dated. But as I rode around and I got to the register, this other lady was in front of me. She got there before me, one of the women that I saw. And so I just crossed my legs. I was like, I'm okay with this. Resilience. That's what it's about, ladies. It's about resilience. But I started, I was like, I want some chocolate. And I moved this, it was some chocolate, a bag of chocolate. And I moved it over. And it was this card. And it said, "You are my only one." And I said, God, you are playing the biggest the biggest joke in the world on me, because this is how I talk to God. I just talk to them like they're my friends. And I said, somebody's playing a joke. I just started thinking that it was this whole joke. It has to be a joke. And so I read it, and it said, "You are my only one. It doesn't matter who else is there." And on the inside, it said, "Happy anniversary." And I'm like, this is a cute card, but I'm about to put it down. This has nothing to do with me. There is no anniversary. I said, what anniversary? And but basically, when I picked it up, the first thing I saw is that "You are my only one." And I was like, that is so sweet. Because I had those moments where I think it's the sweetest thing ever. But then I also have those moments where I'm like, nah, you just playing with me. You're not serious, because you never can tell, and you don't want to get your hopes up too high. I don't want to get my hopes up too high because I've been there before. And if you're like me, it's like, I do not want my hopes up too high. And it's at the point where you can't really ignore it anymore. You have to accept it, and you have to forgive your counterpart for whatever they have done. Your masculine, you have to forgive them. If they were throwing different females up in your face, or they were telling you about different females, or if you just happen to see different females that was nothing like you, you have to forgive yourself, and you have to forgive them. The main message was that you are the only one. Even if they move on, even if they're sleeping with someone else, even if they don't contact you, you are the only one that can make them feel that ultimate high, that ultimate feeling of love, that ultimate feeling of freedom. Every man wants to feel free. They want to feel high. They want to feel like a king. They want to feel like they are everything, but they have to have that person that makes them feel that way. And whether you know it or not, whether they tell you or not, because on the last one, they have a sensitive spot. They just don't want to display it to you because they don't want to be weak, because women, females, will take advantage of that. And they're afraid, or they may have before, and they think that it may take away their masculinity, because we all have our definition of what a woman should be, what a man should be. But the divine feminine and the divine masculine are an example of what love is, not what a woman is and not what a man is. It's just ultimately what love is, true love, divine love, the union of God. I think the Bible says the bride of Jesus. I don't want to stretch it out too far. His bride. You are his bride. Regardless, you have to believe that, because you are one with God. My auntie used to always say, your first husband should be God. Like, she was a married woman, and I always talk about her, but she was the one who spoke a lot into my life. She said your first husband should be God, no matter what. Even if you marry somebody or have married somebody, you should have married them with the intent that, God, this is for you. This is my first marriage to you. Because we're supposed to give our marriage to God anyway. So, but it was saying that you are the only one. And the song was, when I came home, because I was still rejecting it, because I just have my own personal goals that I'm trying to accomplish. So I'm trying to reject that part, because not that I don't know if it will line up. This probably is TMI. Not if I don't know if it will line up, but at this point in my life, I'm having a lot of good things come my way, and I'm feeling more confident without that part of my life being open. I closed the door. But it's like, even if you close the door, that person has the key. So they can unlock the door whether you want them to or not. The only thing is, are they unlocking it with purity? Are they unlocking it to actually stay? Or are they just coming for a sleepover? Or only you can identify that. But I'm not going to take away from the message that is for you. It's saying that you are the only one. No matter if he moves on, no matter if he has another life, another relationship, another wife, another child, you are the only one. And for that, they know. And in this moment, they are feeling, I don't want to say low, but they are feeling the weight of knowing that you are the only one. And they are trying to do everything in their power to allow you to see that. But at the same time, they don't want to scare you, because they know the weakness in you. And your weakness is not that you're not strong. Your weakness is that once love takes over, you are just naturally you. And you can be always, you can be happy, you can be low, but it's not going to affect you, because you are love. Love is as death, as the Bible teaches us. So you are that love person. They know that that is your weakness, the love that you have for them. Not just love, and love that you carry around you. So they don't want to throw you off balance, but they don't want you to go so far away. And they don't want you to think that they don't understand that you are the love that is for them, and the love that they are missing, and the love that can never be replaced, and it can never be removed from their lives, no matter how far you go. So it's just saying that you are the only one. This is not going to be that long. You are the only one. It was beautiful. It had a heart with spots in it. It was like 2 different hearts, and it said happy anniversary. I don't know the whole card. I did read it, but it was really deep. It wasn't just like you are the only one, I love you, goodbye, and then just the end. Because the masculine can say I love you and you're everything, and you're not. It was real deep. It's like he want to portray his deep feelings to you, but he doesn't know how. So he's. I want to say he's praying to God that you understand, but he's trying to find a way to get you to see without being afraid and without thinking that he is misleading you, because that's not his intent at this point. And so as long as you stay secure within yourself and know that it doesn't matter whatever woman is in the room or whatever woman is around him or whatever feminine energy has been in his life, know that you are the only one who makes him feel like a kid again. The only one that makes him feel like he can do all things through Christ. The only one that makes him feel alive. You are that only one. Just stay secure and confident, and make sure that when he tells you whatever he tells you regarding other relationships, make sure that you don't feel like it's disrespect to you or feel like it's an insecurity to you, because it's something that he had to go through, something that he wanted to go through, something that he wanted to experience, because he didn't know what a woman was all about. So he had to talk to different women to see, like, what is a woman? What is a divine feminine? If your masculine knows about the twins, then he wants to know what really is a divine feminine, because anybody can play that role, but what is it really? And he wouldn't know how good you were unless he knew, I don't want to say how bad, unless he knew what else was out there. He wouldn't know how strong you were unless he saw other women doing what they were doing and or not doing what they were doing. He wouldn't know how beautiful you were unless he knew the ugliness of, different. And I don't mean just the face. I mean the beauty of the soul, unless he met other souls that weren't that pure. He wouldn't know your purity unless he's seen some impurities. He wouldn't know your light unless he's seen the darkness. So the only message was that you are the only one. You can stop worrying about it. You can stop stressing about it. I heard Spirit say stop stressing about it. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you talk to. You are the only one for him. It doesn't matter who he talks to, who he likes. You are the only one. And when you felt that way, it made him feel alive. It made him feel like he could do whatever. And since if some of you are not feeling like you're the only one for him and feeling like he's moving on or he has too much going on or too many women around him, I'm not finna compare myself. I'm not finna compete. I let it go. If you are that feminine who said, you know what, that's it for me, make your own mistakes, learn your own lessons, find somebody else, or there'll never be anyone better. He understands that now. And he wants you to know that you don't have to, I don't want to say that. You don't have to just run away to get him to see it anymore. You can stand in his face and he gets it. You can be beside him and he gets it. And the fact that your love is away from him, if you're one of those women who just like, I'm going away, he feels that. And that's why he has been trying to reach out. So also, you guys pay attention to what's going on around you, because Spirit is sending you messages, and God wants you to know that whatever you ask, you shall receive. Just let go of the doubt. Like, even if you are a little bit into with doubtful, God said, I'm still going to give it to you. It's at this point, because I was just a little bit, this is TMI probably, I was just a little bit negative and doubtful, after everything that happened in my own personal journey, my own personal life. And God was still making miracles and still just small blessings. And I'm like, now how is it that when I'm a little bit doubtful, stuff is still happening good? And sometimes when I'm so positive, too confident, things don't go through, which is a lesson to just say, you still have to wait and trust God. And at this point, everything good is happening, but I'm still like, God, I don't believe. I'm like, God, you're playing this joke on me and I don't understand. I do not. I mean, he's trying to make you laugh at the same time, but it's also just, oh my goodness, how it's just like, really? But you deserve to smile and you deserve to be happy. and just continue to play. And also, when I was on that scooter, I just started swinging my hair for some apparent reason. I just was like, well, you know what? I can just be me. This is me. I don't have to worry about anybody else, because I had read the card and I let it go. I was like, I still don't trust him. It's just, I still don't trust him. I don't know what he would be looking at in any other woman. I still don't trust him. I said, it doesn't matter what he's saying, what he says. It's the most beautiful, sweet thing. I'm not blaming him or anything. It's just it's me and myself being strong and saying I have somewhere to be, a mission to accomplish, so I don't have time for that. But I said, I'm just gonna play, and I was playing, and this guy just looked at me and he just smiled. He just smiled. So your job, what you're doing now, is just allowing other people to smile around you. And you might not even see it, but your energy is so high that people are just looking at you smiling. It is not laughing at you, or if you've been in that position where people were just laughing at you, thinking something about you, this is totally the opposite. They are smiling because they see how good it is to be free and just natural. It's just feel the freedom of who you are and the natural beauty that resides within. You don't have to do what everyone else does. You don't have to look like everyone else does. You don't have to be anyone else. You know who you came here to be. You know who you are at your core. If you're silly, laugh out loud, do that. If you're lovable, if you're like, girl, you know what? I think I just need to go and get me some snack cakes, because I've been doing this whole diet thing a long time. I feel sexy, but I need some sugar because I needed some sugar. Do that. God is saying you have the freedom to be you. Don't try to stress yourself out trying to get right or stay balanced, because that's not the point of it. The point of it is to accept who you are in this moment at this time. That is how he is seeing your beauty, because he sees that you're just like, you know what? It doesn't matter what happens to me today, tomorrow, next year, or the year after. I love me, and I know that God has me. And if God be for me, he's more than the world against me, without being over the top, just saying it naturally, because that's who you are. So he just wants you to know that you are the only one. Spirit wants you to know that. God wants you to know that. But it's the masculine's wish that you know, baby, you the only one for me. You're the only one. Whose song is that? I feel it all over my body. I dream about you in my sleep, yeah. You're the one. Oh, you're the one for me. But that's a different song. But the song for you guys is going to be Tyrese, Nothing on You. I don't even know how I thought about that song. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, you're the only one. You're the only one. That's all you need to know. Rest on that, so you won't be stressed or worried or moving on. Enjoy your life, but trust that you are the only one, because the love you carried for him made both of you guys beautiful. The love you carried for him made both of you guys ascend. Whether you know it or not, it was your love that made him ascend. Because there's no love like that. No love like that. So that's your channeling. That's what the masculine and spirit wants you guys to know. Have a good one. I love you guys. And if I get any more messages, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Make sure you guys keep doing your inner work. But make sure you give yourselves an opportunity to breathe, relax, and just be free, and allow other people to enjoy your energy and your freedom as well. And I mean, all eyes on you, feminine. If you thought all of the eyes were on the masculine, it's just like God did a whole switcheroo. He said, He said you are blessed among women. All eyes on you. So make sure that you feel your best, look your best, but ultimately don't force yourself. Just if you feel like getting out with your pajamas on because you say, you know what, God, I'm tired. Because I was in the motor scooter. I don't know what it's called, y'all. I was in the motor scooter. I was like, I don't feel, like walk. I was honest. Be honest with yourself, though. If you don't feel like putting on your makeup today, okay, you're still beautiful. If you don't feel like doing your jogs today, okay, give yourself that opportunity to breathe. Be honest with yourself so you don't stress yourself out and pass out, or just have those restrictions within your body. Listen to your body, listen to your heart, but be you ultimately at the end of the day, and be free, and trust that you being free is the freedom for the both of you guys, because it's about it's freedom. That's what it's about. It's not about being bound, it's about being free. Ultimately, who the Son sets free is truly free indeed. It's a freedom. It's a freedom thing. So just continue to allow yourself the opportunity to breathe, relax, let go, and that is how you flow ultimately into a beautiful ascension. Remember, the ascension is elevating, is going up, but you got to be free. You can't be restricted and bound to your everyday life or your everyday rules or your everyday goals. It's okay. Don't punish yourself. Don't mistreat yourself or abuse yourself. Let yourself be free. Let your hair down. That's the whole thing. And I was riding that motor scooter and I ain't have a care in the rear. I was just swinging my hair, just like, because I was tired. But after I was done, I said, you know what? I'm finna enjoy being this motor scooter. And I didn't even know that nobody was looking at me smiling. I had no clue. So it just, when you are free and not restricting yourself or limiting yourself or being so serious, that's the point. Don't be so serious about it. It's the fun, loving energy that's coming in. So, and it's motivating others to not be so serious and hard on themselves. If you're hard on yourselves, everybody around you is going to be hard on themselves. But that's not the point. We ought to be free and pure and lighthearted and energetic and motivating and inspiring by being who we are underneath, which is free. So that's your channeling. I love you guys. And remember, you are the only one.